Greetings, beautiful black brothers and sisters. How y'all doing today? I just want to come to you with a few notes um, about why. Because I don't think a lot of our people understand why it's so important that we began to look towards Africa, look towards the East, okay? So I just wanted to share a couple facts with you that perhaps you don't know. Um, there was a time when America and everybody else, the West, was looking to China for cheap labor. And, a lot of our companies left the United States, went to China for that cheap labor, okay? And China has moved, because of that, their middle class, they had a growth in the middle class, and they moved from a nation that was industrializing to an industrialized nation. And with that, now, because their people have a big chunk of their people have moved to the middle class, it's not that easy to get that cheap labor anymore. And so China is now looking towards Africa for that. So a lot of private Chinese companies, even small business owners, are setting up shop in Africa because it's just, quite frankly, it's cheaper to do business in Africa, right? And make more profits. Africa has the youngest population on the planet, which makes for a great labor force. Whereas, for example, in America and the rest of the world, their populations are getting older. They're moving into retirement. They're not young and energetic and have, that ready to get out there and work. The average age in America is 35 and up and going up. Whereas Africa, Sub-Saharan Africa, the average age is 18 years old. As long as these people, it's predicted by the end of the century, half of the young people in the world will be on the continent of Africa. And as long as these young people are educated and healthy, then that's where your labor force is going to be. They're going to drive innovation. They're going to drive economic growth on the continent of Africa. This is why it's imperative. This is what all these other countries are looking at. That's why it's imperative for us, the descendants of enslaved Africans, to start looking towards Africa, start going there to create businesses. We can actually leave these jobs that we're on, that's basically just, slavery, keeping you locked into a system. You get paid, and every time you get paid, the money goes right back out. Bills hitting you left and right, knocking you out. Every time you can't seem to get ahead because of bills, 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 bills. Well, Africa presents an opportunity for you to break free from the system and go there and become a business owner, and not just be a business owner, but have something that you can leave to your children and your great-grandchildren, a legacy. You can't leave your job to your children. Once you drop dead and you're gone, that's it. You can't even leave the retirement money, your pension, your Social Security to your children. Once you're dead, that's gone. We have to start thinking about building something to leave for our progeny, for the ones that's coming behind us. And I believe 100% that Africa presents that opportunity for us. If the Chinese are going there, starting business. Now, a lot of people don't realize this, and I just found out myself not too long ago. Most of the stuff you see happening in China is, the vast majority of it is not the government. I mean, they're giving some money, but not really a substantial amount of money in the big scheme of things. It's the private business owners that are going over there and setting up shop and reaping the financial rewards of what Africa has to offer. So I'm saying to you, brothers and sisters, let us start looking to Africa. And I don't think it should just be those of us who are already, wealthy. I don't think those of us who are descendants of Africans who were kidnapped and enslaved and brought here, who have suffered and been oppressed economically in all other manners of ways. And so now we're just here surviving, working on jobs and paying bills, which makes it difficult for you to break away from that system and move to Africa. You're going to need some assistance. You need help to do it. And that's what we at Sankofa Repatriation Assistance Program is offering. What we're saying is, let us help ourselves to get our people back to the continent of Africa and get them in a position to be business owners, be job creators for all those young people that are on the continent, while at the same time helping ourselves. So with that being said, I implore all of you to start doing some research. Just even if you just Google things like the top emerging economies in the world, you'll see that the vast majority of them are on the African continent. Start looking at things like the different sectors, emerging sectors, and what agriculture. I know for one, all those people, they're gonna need food. Anything having to do with food is going. I was reading that they're projecting that to be just agriculture alone, trillions of dollars. That's industry on the continent of Africa. Start looking at what you can do in Africa. Everything, and this is what you have to know, because a lot of people ask me, well, what would be a good business? What? Anything, because they need everything, because they have been so underdeveloped. Because they have been underdeveloped, that creates the opportunity for you to go in, start a business, and prosper, and change your life and change your family life, because they need everything. Whatever you think of, they need it. Okay, because they just need everything. So I just wanted to put that on y'all mind. Think about that. Start thinking about things that you can do on the continent. Start doing some research in the countries that you want to go to, and more importantly, support the Sankofa Repatriation Assistance Program. Tell people about it. Encourage others to donate, because that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get our people back home as business owners, okay, in these different countries, so that you, as the descendant of someone who was kidnapped and brought over here, that you can go back home and take part of what's happening on the continent, okay? And so that's all I have to say to you today. Y'all take care. I love you. Be safe. There's a lot going on out here with them snatching up kids and young ladies, and it's very concerning to me. And I just want to say, be very, very careful. Get these, start talking to these children about taking these headphones out of their ears when they're outside, being aware of their surroundings, watching everything and everybody. It's unfortunate that we have to instill fear in our children, but at this point, it's better to be safe than sorry. Don't take your eye off these babies, okay? So with that being said, family, I love you. Take care, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.